get out and shake your gear. So I'll roll. It's windy out if you can't tell. Basic quick little burn in of the AB A10 Warthog, AB suppressors A10 Warthog on the freshly painted BRN 180 build. The updates that were going to come to this are actually going to the 12.5 carry handle, which will be coming up in a video, don't worry. But pretty nice. It is hearing safe. On the piston, you do get, if you do like a rapid fire, you do get a little bit of a ring, but I mean, barely noticeable in my opinion, but my ears are old and worn. As you can see though, woo, prickers just got my leg. As you can see though, my can cover did not quite appreciate being on a piston gun. So yeah, I'll have to save that for another gun. Apparently the gases that are coming out of the front decided to send that puppy. I can see it luckily. But yeah, first impressions of the A10 Warthog so far are pretty nice. Being this is a piston gun, it is not gassy at all, which is one of the complaints obviously for cans that are not flow through design. Sorry, my brain was turning off for a second there. So I got no complaints. I'm going to run this on the 12.5 after the updates. Actually I have to start referring it to as a carry handle gun because again, we got some updates coming. But I'm going to run this on that, and I'm actually going to pick up another one of these because this is a 5.56 specific can. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm going to pick up another one for that, just because I am pretty happy. I say this is first impressions. I'll be honest, when I got this out of the box, I threw it right on this and came out and shot like 5 rounds, made sure that this cycled, full hold open, stuff like that. But that being said, I've actually, probably a couple hundred rounds now on the A10 Warthog. Pretty happy with it. I did forget my extra ammo, so I'm done for today, which stinks because I brought the, well, it's also, if you could tell, windy, so I'm not really going to be flying the drone for anything. But I just want to get out, break in the paint, really get some good impressions on this can, which is probably fucking hot. Yeah, she's hot right now. Get some more impressions on the can and verify zero. The dot is definitely interesting with it being this high. Trying to figure out the hold. One of the targets I was shooting at there is at 100, and then the other one is at 50. And I was able to get on the dot with that a few times on and off camera there. I actually recorded a whole other video, but because of the wind, it blew the phone down. And so I just deleted it because all you're hearing is just me shooting and missing. We'll say I was hitting, but missing. So that being said though, very happy with the setup. I actually have no noticeable POI shift with putting this can on opposed to the Carnivore. So that's pretty cool. I haven't gotten it on paper yet to see if there is any crazy difference between when I had, like I said, it's windy. See if there's any crazy difference from when I had the Carnivore on opposed to this and whatnot. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. But this is also a little bit of a reminder at the end here, guys. Get out and shake your kit out. This gun is my nightstand gun, and I have some more kit. Like I said, I was going to be doing drills with, but I forgot my extra ammo. I just want to make sure I had a pretty good idea where my holds were out to about 150, because I have a trip coming up, and this is my bedside gun. This is my truck gun. And so I want to make sure I knew where my holds were to at least 150, which I accomplished on the 5X. I don't know why I keep looking downrange. Anyway, I hope this is in focus. This looks very out of focus, but it could just be me. That being said, the dot I definitely need more time on for sure. With it being so high, I think I have a pretty good idea of where where the arc is, we'll say, because shooting off the dot with this is definitely more of an arc than the glass. But that being said, I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, guys, get out, shake your kit out. You got to know where your holds are, your stuff is. You know, with changing stuff like suppressors, I also put on a different 3-prong that is a Plan B style mount, opposed to what the carnivore threads were. And make sure everything works. I just went and actually was, you know, not for shooting, but holding down on the laser for a few minutes before I even came to the range, and the light, to make sure batteries were good. Turns out laser needed a new battery, so we're able to do that. And then, oh yeah, I also verified my 0 at 50 on irons. I didn't really do any holds past that, honestly. But I went from 25 yards, 30 yards out to 150 on glass. And 25 to say about 75, I have a pretty good idea where I need to hold on this dot. So it's definitely the height difference just in where the dot center is and the glass center versus the difference in height between the dot and the barrel is quite a bit. So it's a little bit of a learning curve for sure, being that high mounted. But we're getting there for sure. So it's just a shorter one, a little bit of planking in the beginning. I know I don't do much shooting in my videos, but I'm going to be changing that this year with doing stuff like coming out, you know, making sure equipment is working the way it should and whatnot. So yeah, I got like 40 more rounds in some, in some of the 20 round mags. I got like 2 or 3 of those loaded up. I don't even think they're full, so I'm gonna plink those. Try to get a little bit better understanding of my hold on the dot at 100, maybe 150. I still got some ammo left, and go from there. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek on the new can, which actually, that's warm for sure, but after standing here and talking for a couple minutes, it is holdable. It's super nice can, honestly. I'm waiting until I make the updates to the carry handle before I run it on there, but I am very curious, especially with the charging handle and the bolt carrier group I have in the carry handle gun, to see how gassy that gets compared to the carnivore. Carnivore being a 30 cal can, so more gases obviously go out the end cap. But that being said, it's bright as hell, but from what I've noticed, I should say the lack of noticing, I've not noticed any flash coming out of the end of this, and it has a tiny little 3-prong on the end of it. So between that and potentially the new 3-prong mount, which I love the Plan B mounting, by the way, because man, oh man, it's nice to be able to actually QD your cans off without a wrench or like a strap or something like that. So set this on the rock so we don't burn anything, catch the forest on fire. But we have, I believe it's a rival defense, I want to say, 3-prong, and it's got the cuts on the gun is empty, by the way, before y'all get like too crazy. Actually, I should be able to. Yeah. There we go. The gun is empty, as you can see. Before I put my fingers in front of it. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera here, but it has little cuts on the inside to help with the way those gases move. So I'm really enjoying this 3-prong. I can't quite do it with my fingernail. It is a little tingy without the can on, and the very little I'm being, I forget if YouTube said it's allowed we can take suppressors on and off again, but not like it really affects me. But yeah, without the can on, I notice a little bit of tinging. There we go. Learn how to thread this on correctly. Just a little bit. It's really not that bad. But this is a stainless steel can. I forget what stainless steel it is, but no people. I forget what material exactly or makeup of the stainless steel it is. But yeah, so nice little painted update on the BRN 180. And I wish I had a little bit more for you, a little bit more of a ramble, but hopefully you get a nice little, mostly just wanted to have the audio for the suppressor. And this is a 10.5, by the way. I know I didn't say that yet, but if you look back to my other videos, this is a 10.5. So to be what I would consider hearing safe on a 10.5 gun, pretty freaking good, pretty freaking good. No complaints on my end. So yeah, look forward. There will be a little bit more side-by-sides. ADHD break. There'll be more content coming out on this. I am taking it as a challenge to really learn up on the my holds for the dot, which honestly is for 100 and in, but the fact that I could see where I was splashing, just couldn't quite get it to click in the brain to get the exact hold to hit. And I'm aiming at a 6x6 at 100 yards, so I'm not too upset at that. That being said though, I do want to hit it with the dot, so this is pretty much for 100 and in, mostly for passive night vision aiming. And obviously if there is any shooting within 25 yards, I'm going to be hopping on this, not the 5X. Even though I do know my holds from about that 25-30 on the 5X to 150 right now. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's give you one last peek-a-rooney. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I guess I'll share my view. It's a little more of a small valley today, but yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Before I sign this off, before we get too crazy, let's see if I actually shot that thing off or... Oh, no. It's a little tore up from the gases hitting it there. Anyway, you guys, have a good one.